Good afternoon to everyone. We'll be starting momentarily. Thank you. All right, good afternoon. Thank you all for coming out today. Welcome to the 2018 Senior Class Barbering Picnic Ceremony. We would like to welcome the 2018 Barbering Program graduates. We would now like to invite our Director for Live and Technical Center, Shelly Bell.
For another great semester. Additionally, thank you to the members of the Barbering Occupational Advisory Committee, faculty, staff, and alumni for joining us here today. Also, congratulations to our barbering graduates. You all look great. We're very proud of your accomplishments in completing this program. At this time, we ask that Quijada will join us in leading the Pledge of Allegiance.
Everyone to stand, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will now hear from our professionals reaching out. Please come forward.
How you guys doing? Alright, so my name is Raina. This is Dyer. I guess I'll start off by just telling y'all I'm really nervous right now. So bear with me. Okay? Cool. So first of all, I would just like to congratulate all students here, including myself, for finally graduating. It was a long trip, and we finally made it. So as nervous as I am, I'm going to proceed to give you the best 45-second speech you guys have ever heard. So, patience, hard work, time, and the hardest thing, professionalism. I say this to say, after 1,200 hours, we've learned more than how to make $50 to $100 a cut, how to make someone's confidence burst through the roof, and what it takes to be a barber. We've learned how to tolerate different people, the right and wrong way to approach situations, and how to be better. As barbers, we touch the lives of others by simply just existing. So as we drift into our new journey, as Joyce Nada says, one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves right here, right now, in a single, solitary, monumental moment in our lives, is to decide without apology to commit to the journey and not the outcome.
Like she said,
said, my name is Dyer, and she didn't sound nervous, so I don't know what that was all about. But this guy, I'm going to have to shorten this up a little bit, but I wrote that inspiration can be found in many places and many different ways. For me on this journey has been just that. Inspiration has appeared in the form of the lovely people that we've encountered while cutting here in the local community centers. Inspiration has been our instructors pushing us through whenever we wanted to go backwards. Inspiration has been our classmates, each bringing with it a personal experience. And last but not least, our true inspiration is our family. Without them, none of this could have been possible.
And now we would like to invite our key speaker, Mr. Dyer.
It is a good day, nostalgic day to be able to see you guys here. I didn't think it would be a very emotional day for me. Just watching you as you have grown to this point. You know, words I thought about before this day, before last week, I considered the word a dream. That's the first thing that came to mind. And when we think of the word dream, it means to contemplate all the possibilities. And the biggest thing about a dream is that a dream exists here, right? And so your dreams are your reality that exists here. But the biggest thing about a dreamer is that what you're trying to do is get the dream to be a reality. You're trying to make it real. So the question is, how do we get it from here to here? So I've watched you over the year, and I've seen you take steps aggressively forward. And as I watched, I thought about the fact of how much courage it takes to be able to come and to continue to take those steps in such a way, in such a direction, not right to the left, but in such a direction that takes you to your goal, to make the possibility a reality. And now, I'm here with you in this day, in this moment, and I can honestly say that I'm living my personal dream that I have for you. And that's the truth. When you guys first came, then, of course, I thought about what could happen, the possibilities. And you remember, I said, the first question we always ask you is, hey, what do you do? What is your skill that you have? And each of you answered things that you were particularly interested in. And so we proceeded to try to instill within you the fact that if you can survive for a year, if you can pick up the needed tools and skills to be able to continue to push yourself forward, then we can be in this day. Now, what's key about that is this. Those steps that you take, you continue to put one foot in front of the other, and press on. There's a word for that. It's called hope. The reason why I say that is because hope itself is something that it makes us look forward to the future. It drives us. It pushes us. When we have hope, then that's because we have such a conviction in our heart, such a resolve behind what we want, that it pushes us. But notice the two things that I mentioned. that the dream is here. But you notice when I said that where the hope is right there. So in other words, you guys start to see possibility as a reality. You did that. The reason why was because each step that you took, it pushed you. And you saw your success there. And sometimes there were some failures, but the progress, no one can deny the progress and the growth, and not just the skill, but the growth in the person. And that was the most beautiful thing for me to see as a teacher. As an instructor, yes, I love to see the person that can fade. I love to see the person that can do the color. I love to see the person that can do the facial manipulations and the scalp manipulations and apply the tonics and all of these things. But here at Lively, it's such a wonderful thing because I told you before, this is a professional breeding ground. So we don't just train people in how to do their skill. We train you in how to be professionals. And that's a beautiful thing. So with hope, once again, after you've accomplished all that, and mentally you can go back in the recesses of your mind and look at that and see that. Now, you see tomorrow just as clearly as you see today. And the fact that all of you are here, and the fact that all of you have jobs waiting on you when you leave, potential jobs for one or two of you, that you're making a decision that, hey, I can go there if I want to because this person wants me. You have a good feeling? I have the skill to change my life. I have the skill to make something happen for myself, my family. And I'm proud to be able to stand with you here today. Mr. Belcher is proud to be able to stand with you here today. Our library staff, our administration is proud to be able to stand here with you today, right now, in this moment, to welcome you into that life. I want to possibly just briefly go over our steps through the year. And Mr. Strickland is going to show us some pictures that can help us to review. You know, we've had some challenges this year, but it's been a nice challenge because of the things that we've learned. Excuse me. So our year in perspective, so to speak, it always helps to be able to go back and look at the things that we've accomplished and to be able to move forward to the future. So, a year in perspective, beautiful thing, right? You know, myself and Mr. Belcher, when we first got everybody in and we start, you go ahead that first one, yeah. Oh yeah, now this is it. Yeah, those are their first haircuts. And I told them, I said, when you take it out, that to go ahead and to get your clippers and let's see what kind of skill everybody has. If the one skill everybody wants to know how to make. And so, in that skill, I wanted to see what everyone had. And at first, I was a little scared because when it first started, all the hair was coming off of the mannequins and things were looking a little bit beat up. But as time went on, yes. Okay, so let's backtrack. Straight. So when we first started, of course, myself and Mr. Belcher, we teach the program, and we have our classes in between there. And as you can see, a ragtag bunch. Everybody bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, open their eyes, the dreams of being able to move on into the future. And everybody's proud of their little cuts. And so we beat the mannequins up for the first thing. But wait, but look at the smiles. You can't, come on. Now, that is a dream right there. That is a dream. But you know what though? Think about this. Here at Lively, what we do is, once again, we turn persons into professionals, not just in their vocation, but to be able to be employed in the workplace. workplace. So we implement using our occupational advisory committee. Mr. Shannon Booker here, Mr. Michael Rutherford there, persons that can help us to be able to teach employability skills so that when they actually get into the workplace, it's not just getting the job, it's keeping the job as well. Some people may want to open up their own businesses. Here, Lively affords an opportunity to be able to do that. And we have so many resources here on campus to be able to use to be able to make their dreams become reality. This is one event that we did that with. It's called the Lead Workshop. And there we focused on business, employability skills, the employment, relationships, as well as professionalism. Our administration has been visionary. They've been very active in giving us what we need, and not just teach our classes, but to be able to impress upon them the need through technology, through the use of various means to be able to do that. The one good thing is sometimes they allow us to go to our conferences, and there we meet a lot of the different professionals that are the celebrities in the barbering world. This man is one of them. He was Mr. J from Easy Shaving Blades, and wonderful guy. He called into the workshop, and he was able to give his perspective as someone that had been in the industry 25 years and had barbered, opened his own business, and now he is the owner of his own company, and he does distribution, so he doesn't even cut hair anymore. So what I try to keep before the students is the fact that your license can take you so many places, and you're going to do so many things. So focus on not just your vocation, but your ability to be able to be who you need to be as a person, even more so. Like I said, we have so many resources here. We have a team of people that care about the students, not just care, but I mean vehemently do they have to do to be able to help us and the other students to be able to succeed. This was a good example in the same workshop. Mr. Van Adams, my old cosmetology teacher, but as well, Miss JoJo, she's sitting in the back. Oh, she wasn't sitting in the back, but that's okay. I give her props. Give her great props. And because of the fact that between myself, Mr. Belcher, we're not the only teachers on campus. There are many others that can be able to help us to impress upon the needs and be able to do the things that they need to do vocationally as well as learning the different professional skills. Another one of our resources, our Director of Student Services, Ms. Mary Shane. Wonderful resource. Now, she is sitting back there, and I really want to give her a round of applause. You guys don't mind. And I'll tell you what, all of our resources here do not just extend to technology or things of that nature, but they also extend to the people that care. And Ms. Michelle has proven that time and time again, as many of our other instructors. But she has really been a serious help in teaching the part that people don't think that they come here for, which is the professionalism. But here, she comes and she performs different workshops, different classes to be able to, once again, continue to give the students repetition, to help them to see the importance of professionalism. So when you tell persons about life, when you tell persons about what we're doing here, what we've done with these students, then please don't forget to tell them about the various resources and things that we take the time out to be able to make sure that these students get what they need to be successful, not just in their vocation, but in the workplace as well. Here we got some of the students learning some things. Mr. Rusty Dyer there performing the facial service and scalp treatment and things like that. We practice so many different things. So the major thing is to be able to help them to be employable, not just in cutting hair, but the license itself covers so many things. If they can learn to do those things, then they have choices. And isn't that what we all want? Is for a person to be able to make a choice. And if they have a choice, then there's so much more employment because of the fact that now an employer can ask them, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And now we see where the industry is expanding. Here in Tallahassee, now it's always been like that worldwide, but now in Tallahassee it's expanding. So Lively wants to train the students to be able to meet the needs of the industry, and that's what we're striving to do here in the program. Myself, Mr. Belcher. And these are just some of the things that we talk about. Cutting with straight hair, pomades, tonics, things of that nature, as well different coloring applications to be able to help them be ready when they come out of here. We teach them to be able to use the different machines machines that they're going to see in the workplace. Now here is something that I'm really, really proud of the students for. Myself and Mr. Belcher take the students out. He takes a group to the Kearney Center. I take some to the various community centers. And it's not just to give back to the community, although that is a wonderful way to be able to help the community to see that life is here to stay and that we are giving a big time service, and as well we are not just a part of the community, but we're forcing the community. Here we get our young men and women to be able to work on some of the seniors, to be able to deliver services to them, and as well they get experience. And so now instead of just having to use clippers on a few people, then they get a chance to go out to the community and get regular reps in using the clippers, the shears, different things. And that's really something, because now with so many other schools, yeah, we do have a little bit of competition, but we're here to meet the challenge. I would like to say for Mr. Jermaine Johnson, he's our comrade, our brother that isn't able to be here today. Mr. Johnson was one of the classmates, very humble guy, came in with a lot of skill, but was willing to be able to sit down and listen and learn and make his craft better, as you can see. We just recently had a barber battle, and he was one of our guys that won the competition in the advanced barber competition. And so I'm really proud of him. Yes, really did. We call him Pilo. Pilo, if you're watching, then hey, we got you. He wasn't able to be here today. Pilo is also going for his college degree. Yeah. So he took a year out of his time to be able to get his license. Pilo's mother and father passed away years ago, and he's been raising his youngest brother ever since. So he gets up, he takes his brother to school, he comes to school, and he goes back home. And he works, and he provides for his family, and now, with him being able to get his license, he has a bridge to be able to move himself forward. They told him today that since Bainbridge College was switching over to another school, that he had to be there to take some kind of placement test or something. So I wanted to call and get rough, but that would have been professional. Like Ms. Williams was fond of saying to me, this professionalism stuff is really hard. So, so our hat goes off to Mr. Pilo, Mr. Jermaine Johnson. Here, just a good example of some of the guys hard at work in doing their work with the seniors, being very professional. You see that the barber jackets on, hard at work relating to the older men and women. And I'm really proud of them for that, being able to learn professionalism as well as able to get the practice that they need. I want to invite Mr. Curtis Richardson up to be able to, as well, Ms. Phaedra Hawkins Brown, please come up. And Ms. Ruth Nichols, please. Okay, so Mr. Richardson, Mr. Richardson is one of our city commissioners, one of our hardworking city commissioners, but as well, he is a employee here at Lively. Mr. Richardson is in charge of our PR, public relations, and so he has worked hard with us to be able to do various things. One of the biggest things he has helped with in our program is being able to help start our alumni committee, which you see over here, a part of it anyway. We have many alumni now that are reaching from North Florida all the way to South Georgia. What they're doing is helping us to promote the program. And so we start on the school level, and anybody that comes in, they talk to them. They push them all the way. We get our numbers from them, we talk to them, and get garner interest. They garner interest with students, and they tell us who we need to go see. And so it's a nice little system that is help us to work out. But also, we have here some of our center employees, Ms. Phaedra Hawkins Brown and Ms. Ruth Nichols. Ms. Brown is our director at the Lincoln Center in Frenchtown, and Ms. Ruth Nichols is our director at the North Monroe Senior Citizen Center, where we go to sites that we go to cut hair. And so I was going to let Mr. Curtis Richardson come and say a couple things.
afternoon. It is an absolute pleasure to be here and be a part of the pinning ceremony this afternoon. This is my first opportunity to participate in the pinning ceremony at Lively. I started here just about 5 or 6 months ago, so very new to the faculty and staff, not new to education in this community, of course, but new to Lively. And I want to acknowledge, first of all, our superintendent, Mr. Rocky Hanna, our school board, our director, of course, Ms. Shelley Bell, the instructors here, Mr. Rutherford and Mr. Belcher, all of the support staff, for what they do to advance the mission here at Lively. And I can tell you, I have bought into that mission hook, line, and sinker, because I see the importance of it and what it does for young people here in our community. As Mr. Rutherford mentioned, I do community relations for the school, and so I go out in the community to promote Lively and all of the great programs that we have here and to recruit students. And what we tell those students, and I learned this from Ms. Bell, you know, we for years now have told our young people, you've got to go to college in order to be successful. We've preached that now for years. That was true of my parents and relatives and friends since then. I've got 3 college degrees, but I can tell you one thing, I don't make as much as some of the graduates from right here at Lively with those 3 college degrees. But what we want students to know is that you have options. If you choose not to go to college, if you want to defer college entrance, or if you just want to go directly into the workforce, that there are options and viable options right here at Lively. Through our barbering program, our welding program, cosmetology, healthcare, all of those are industry-related programs that lead up to immediate employment and a way to earn a living and provide for yourselves and a family. I want to thank all of the families that are represented here this afternoon that have come to support these graduates. I want to congratulate them on their accomplishments, not only through this program, but what you will accomplish now in life with the skills that you have learned. To be able to go out and practice your trade, and if you aspire, as you heard from Mr. Rutherford, to become an entrepreneur, you have that ability also. I'm proud of you, and I know that you will go out and make your mark in the world and be successful in your trade. But don't forget, there are those coming behind you. So reach back to them, give them a hand up, be a part of the alumni group, and encourage others. If you know of groups or individuals that might be interested in any of the training programs here at Lively, let us know, and I'll come out and personally meet with them or make a presentation to the groups that you identify, and have them come to Lively and see what it is we do and walk them through the admissions process. As our motto goes, you can get a career in a year here at Lively, as you all know. It's not as expensive as college, and we have some of our graduates that are doing very well economically. The importance of today's program and graduation, I was telling the senior, Mr. Rutherford, we were talking earlier about the ceremony here this afternoon. And this is as important, this graduation ceremony is as important as those that were held for Florida State University and Florida A&M University this past weekend. Ms. Bell is leading an effort to have the name change from Lively Technical Center to Lively Technical College, so that you can be as proud as that certificate or license that you will earn here at Lively as someone walking across the stage at Florida A&M or Florida State or Tallahassee Community College receiving an associate's, a bachelor's, master's, or PhD degree, that you can be as proud of what you've accomplished here as they are at their respective institutions. So again, congratulations to each of you. I know that you will do well in life, and I'm so glad that you chose Lively for your training and for the opportunities that you have here now to be successful. Thank you all so much again, and congratulations.
I would just like to invite Ms. Nickens and Ms. Brown up to just say a couple of words about our work at the Senior Citizen Center and the Lincoln Center.
Are we going together? Okay, well, we probably could say something very similar since our scenarios are similar. I'm Ruth, I'm the Health and Wellness Program Coordinator at the Senior Center, and this is Phaedra, and she's the Director at Lincoln Community Center. And we both have programs for older adults. And I guess my year approached me, it was March of this year, and by April, we had things rolling. And so in these 8 months, you all have served, you've done over 140 cuts and shaves. Those are lives that you are directly touching every time you were there. And I can tell you on the months that you're not there, like this month, I've probably had 40 people ask me when you would be here next. So they come to really depend on your being there too. I'm so grateful for the partnership. I think it's so mutually beneficial, and I feel in a way like I've watched you guys transform from being very uncertain, new students to really having a lot more confidence in your work. You've chosen a very interpersonal and very creative field, and I wish you all the best of luck as you move forward. And thank you so much again for making the Senior Center and Lincoln a part of that.
The same from the Lincoln Center. I actually just told one here the other day that I had a senior come in last week, and he said someone had told him that you get free haircuts at the Lincoln Center, and you all haven't been there a little over a month, so I don't know who told him, but he got a ride there, and he was at the Lincoln Center looking for a free haircut, and so unfortunately I had to tell him he was a week early, and he needed to come back. Actually, this last week, he had come over before, and so, but since you all have started coming in May, we get calls, we get walk-ins, and they're looking for this free haircut, and they really appreciate it, and the job that you all do is great. It's professional, they feel better about themselves, they walk out. I had one of my seniors tell me, Ms. Brown, how do I look? You want to take my picture? And I'm like, yes. So, thank you to the Lively staff, thank you to you all, best of luck to you in your career, and we look forward to having you back sometime.
Thank you, appreciate that. All right, so now, what we've been waiting for, I'd like to ask our completers to step forward. As we said before, it does take a year, and it takes time to be able to come here. But as well, time is a commodity. And so many times, acquiring commodities demands sacrifices. And so today is to honor the sacrifices that these young men and women have made to be able to come and do something to improve their lives. The biggest part of that we recognize here, we always like to say that we have a lively family. The biggest part of that, of course, is as we recognize family. We work hard together to be able to get them out of here. And we know that you are a great part of what makes them go. So students thought they would be wonderful if their families could put two of their pens on the table. So our first two rows, we're going to ask you to come up, and you can line up right there. And I'll go in. Mr. Michael Burnett, would you step forward, please? Michael's mom and father, mother and father. Please grab the next set of pins there. Come on up. Rusty Dyer, please step forward. Rusty's wife and his son, Jesse and Peyton. Mr. Derrick Pete, please step forward. Oh, yes. Mr. Pete's mother and his girlfriend, significant other. Thank you. Mr. Quijada, please step forward. Walt Quijada, the mother and father. Ms. Raina Williams, please step forward. Raina's mother and girlfriend. Portion of our bidding, we have a group of young men and women here that will be invited out to the community by professional business owners that also are part of our alumni. Persons that have been here, trained at Lively, and going on to have successful businesses and be forces within the community themselves. We would like to invite Mr. Zachary Clemens, Derrick, Mr. Booker, Mr. Shannon Booker, Mr. Cameron Justin, Mr. JB. I always say JB and you know what it stands for. JB, please get a necklace. And please go down to Ms. Williams. Not yet. Mr. Booker, would you please get a necklace? Go to Mr. Quijada, the other Mr. Booker. Switch places. Mr. Zachary Clemens, would you please get a necklace? Mr. Derrick. And Ms. Quijada, get a necklace, please. Mr. Dyer. Everyone come to the front. All of the, there we go. And Mr. Booker, please get a necklace. Mr. Burnett. And we have Mr. Cameron Justin here to represent our guy, Jermaine Johnson, who is not able to be with us today. But could everyone grab a necklace, please? Grab a necklace. Oh, excellent, you grab your necklace, I'm sorry. Now you can put the necklaces on our completers. I've worn one of these for the last 2 years, and the reason why is because I recognize that barbers are not just a force in the community, but they are a light in the community. Persons come to us and we discuss problems, we make persons feel better. And so through professionalism and our training and our vocation, then we are the lights in the community. Completers, please turn your poles on. Let your light shine in your room. Our alumni can have a seat. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Jason Belton to the podium with words of wisdom for our completed.
Slide around so I can see y'all faces. All right, how y'all doing? So y'all made it, huh? Y'all finally got through. Ain't no more waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Waking up at 4, that's what it is. All right, first and foremost, I want to thank the family and friends that came out to support the graduates. It's not understated the amount of sacrifice that they endured this year. It's not easy to sacrifice family, friends, work, sleep, personal time, and something that you hope it pays off in the end. So what happens is I'm here to let you know that it does pay off. The same level of dedication that you have now is the same level that you're taking to the work field. And it'll never let you down. However, the journey is not finished. You have to get your license. That is the fundamental reason why you're here, besides learning the skills. Once you get your license, you are therefore a commodity. And you can go out into the work field and get you a job wherever you please. And that is worth any amount of sacrifice. 1 year for the rest of your life. And it affords you the opportunity to have the life that life may have stripped someone that it owes you, but that you just dream of having. So thank you, and I commend you all for a year of your sacrifice. That is one of the most fundamental qualities that you can have in the work field, is dedication. The moment a barber shop owner sees that, they're going to want you. Doesn't matter if you feel like you're ready, if you feel like you're not ready. The moment you get your license, you're going to be ready. And if somebody asks you when can you start, you say right now. All right? So, for the words of wisdom, once you step out of here and you get your license, you can hold your head up. You can go anywhere you like and have a job. You can have a career. Like Mr. Rutherford said, it's not just a job, it's a career. You might be a wife, you might be a husband, you might be a friend. You never know who you meet. It's one of the fundamental things that barbering affords. So, with no further ado, I'm going to leave you all with this note. I know you all are ready to eat, so am I. All right, let's see what we get. If I can ever find it. All right, barbering is more than just a job. It's an epitome of professionalism. It's a career, lifestyle, security measure, community affair, skill set, networking tool, entrepreneurship avenue, and a family-oriented profession. Those that decide to walk the path of a barber must remember that your service to the public is your legacy. Good service, good attitude, along with true skill set will always afford you forever a foundation not easily uprooted. So the moment you walk out of here, go to a barber shop and watch some custom hair, put some razors, some clippers, and some trimmers in your hand, and stay behind that chair. That is what's going to make you successful. Money, entrepreneurship, networking, and a sense of respect and dignity in the community. So, I'm done now. Y'all don't have to worry about coming here. It's nothing wrong, baby. Y'all have a good one. Congratulations.
So as we close out today, then our closing remarks. We've been here for a year, and as we've been here for a year, we've had opportunities for some great things together. We've had opportunity for some first things together for the program that are going to resonate long after you guys are gone. But the wonderful thing is that you set an example. You set an example in persons that are able to come, learn professionalism, learn your craft, and even work on those things. As you go, you're going to carry a lot in with you. We want to thank so many of our colleagues here on campus. We want to thank, as Mr. Richardson mentioned earlier, all the visionaries that are here on campus to make things happen for us. Our administration is second to none. We have our resources that are affording us to the opportunity to be able to help the students the way that we do. Whatever you do, guys, whatever you do, a dream is a possibility, but it's hope that makes it reality. If you continue to hope, or if you continue to work, you continue to take that step, you're moving towards your future. Don't just dream for it, hope for it. Hope for your future. Make that dream a reality. That will end our procession, and we would like to invite you guys to partake in some delicious delectables that Chef Greg has prepared for us. As well, we have our graduation tomorrow. All of you have been prepped for that. We have been saying that the last 6 months, pin ceremony, yes, but graduation especially. So please, we want to invite everyone out to support the students as well, as they'll be walking across the stage and celebrating with their fellow students from all over the school. And now you've seen how us as a program celebrate our students, but now tomorrow, then as a school, we're going to really celebrate the whole campus. So please, we'll be at Gabi tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And when we're there at 6 o'clock, you can hoop, holler, yell, scream all you want. But it'll be a time to have a good time to send them off right. Thank you.